All right, so our judges can come on out, and we have Olivia Morris from Balzac Brothers from Charleston, South Carolina, up first today. So enjoy.
Are you my tech judge? Perfection. Are we good? Awesome. And time. Hello, judges. My name is Olivia Morris. I work for Balzac Brothers. We're a green coffee importer based in Charleston, South Carolina, and it's an honor to be here today and to serve you. To start, I'll be doing things a little bit differently. I'll be serving my SIG beverage first, as opposed to my espresso, and I won't be giving you any of the detailed coffee information until the very end, right before I call time. The reason for this is I felt like it fit the natural flow and progression of my routine, as well as it mimics something that I personally really enjoy now that I work for an importer and I'm cupping coffee all of the time, which is blind cuppings, where I'm unable to unintentionally put any of my personal biases of coffee into what I'm doing. I'm gonna step away for a moment and go ahead and grab some ice, that way it's nice and fresh for you guys for the SIG bevs, and then I'll get everything going. And we are back. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this espresso started for you. I'm super excited, A, to be here, and then B, to be able to share this amazing coffee with you. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the flavor calls and tactile descriptors for this coffee now, but please wait until I've gone ahead with this beverage. The input for this coffee is going to be 18 grams in and around 38 grams out for my signature beverage. I'm going to be adding 90 grams of a pink guava juice, 15 grams of a grapefruit oleosaccharum, which is grapefruit peel and sugar that was on a 1 to 0.75 ratio. I'm going to be adding 5 dashes of simple syrup. Oh, I'm sorry, of saline solution, not simple syrup, that I made on a 1-to-1 ratio. The reason I'm adding the saline solution is so that it rounds out some of the bitterness you get when shaking espresso. Since I'm serving things out of order, I'm gonna go ahead and also give you the tactile and flavor descriptors for the espresso. And this is so you have a point of reference for how those flavors transform with the ingredients that I'm adding. Those are going to be papaya, fresh raspberry, as well as strawberries. It's gonna have a semi-sweet baker's chocolate in the finish. It's going to have a pineapple-like acidity, where it's juicy. The coffee is something that I've personally really enjoyed dialing in and getting the experience to taste. It falls in line with not just my personal preference, but I think what a lot of people look for in coffee. It's both sweet and creamy, as well as fills that void of like the morning routine of being able to enjoy it while still being complex. So first, I'm gonna go ahead, like I mentioned, and add those 90 grams of the guava juice, 15 grams of that grapefruit oleo, my espresso, and then that ice. And the ice is going to be 150 grams. I found that this created the best dilution for my drink. I'm gonna be right back and go ahead and shake. Inside my glass, I have gone ahead and prepared a white tea rosewater solution that I'm going to do 5 spritzes in each of the glasses before pouring. This is to help transform the cherry blossom florals that are in the espresso. From this drink, you will get tasting notes of Terry's chocolate-covered orange candy, fruity pebbles, you'll get a nice pink peppercorn in the finish, and you'll get a lovely fragrance when you smell of orange blossom as well as bergamot. Please smell, take a sip, smell again, and then take your final sip. Please enjoy. Finally, I'll be serving you the espresso course. Just like my last course, the input dose is going to be 18 grams in with 38 grams out, as I found that this was the most balanced and delicious for this coffee. Those tasting notes for the espresso again are going to be cherry blossom florals, pineapple acidity, fresh strawberries as well as raspberries, and papaya. The tactile experience for this coffee is it's going to start light on the palate and transition to a medium weight. It's going to have a creamy, round, and juicy texture, and a slightly dry finish, which is where that semi-sweet baker's chocolate comes in. When I give you the espresso, please stir back and forth 10 times with the spoons provided, and then place the spoons back into the vessel that they're currently in. Please evaluate the crema and enjoy. The coffee that I'm using today is actually a Lorena, which is a low-calf varietal of coffee that, according to Cornell, has 1/4 of the caffeine that typical coffee has. It is a natural process coffee that has no intentional fermentation involved, and it has, from getting picked, moves directly to a silo, where it is then put on solar beds and dried for 15 days. The coffee is from Colombia, and the farm is La Esperanza. The reason I refrained from this information up front is I wanted you to better be able to enjoy the experience without being held back from information. I found that with my SigBev, inherently, while it is more complex as far as the components added to the beverage, it was much more simple in comparison to the complexities found in the espresso on its own. I think as an industry, we sometimes overcomplicate things. And at the end of the day, the biggest thing to remember is that it's just coffee, and that there's no such thing as bad coffee. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. Thank you so much, and that's my time.